Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health, have a glass of water. And I was scrolling through social media today, and one thing I could say is out of all this time I've been living on this planet, do you guys think race actually I got a question. Do you guys think racism will always be around? And I asked that because when I was looking at the skit earlier on X with Tom Hanks, and also the Eddie Murphy skit on Saturday Night Live. And it's weird now when I look at it because I never thought about it back in the day. But a lot of those scare straight videos and and episodes and things that they used to have on networks like MTV, none of that shit depicts the real world. None of it. I mean, the fact of the matter is, when you go in, the scare straight programs, most of them are black people that are trying to scare white kids straight. And I'm not saying white kids don't need to be scared straight, but when you go to these prisons, 80+% of the prison populations are quote unquote black Americans or African Americans or American Africans. In the Tom Hanks sketch, when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking to myself, why is it that we want to make jokes? Actually, we can make jokes of anything, but the reality of the situation is racism is a divisive tool that we all have fell victim to. We all have been indoctrinated by. And I don't believe that racism is a real thing. I just don't. People are going to hate you for whatever reason. Whether you black, people in your own community are going to hate you and want to do things to you to bring you down. White people, they do the same thing to white people and they do it to black people. We do it to white people. Everybody does it to each other. It's no specific group that is just kicking the other group down and making sure that they stay down. Because one thing for sure is we're kicking ourselves down by even believing into the hype of racism. We're keeping ourselves down by not taking the initiative and saying, you know what is really going on for them to always want to put this racism stuff in our face? Because everybody's just not going to get along. That's not going to ever happen. I don't give a damn how perfect things may be. Nobody is ever going to get along. You can have a community of all Africans. They're not going to get along. You can have a community of all whites or Europeans. They're not going to get along. You can have a community of all quote unquote Americans. They're not going to get along. We're just not all going to get along. So to make it seem like it's only white people that hate black people and black people that's just not the reality out here. You know, love is love. When I say that, anybody can love anybody and anybody can hate anybody. I I don't want to say I get tired of seeing these type things that, Tom Hanks, because really he is in the news and I've been seeing this shit. And I saw Tom Hanks trending, Tom Hanks trending, Tom Hanks trending, and I didn't know why. And this Rising was the first time I ever, I actually seen the skit. And I'm like, so they make Trump supporters seem like they are racist. I mean, listen, you got some Democrats that are racist. You got Republicans that are racist. You got people that don't play neither side that are racist. I mean, that's just the reality. I see what these media conglomerates are doing and the things that they try to get us to believe in to make us hate one another. We shouldn't be hating one another. The reality is we should be looking into what the hell these people at the top are doing and figure out how we can actually live a better life here on this planet together. Even though that's just not going to happen. I mean, because it's too far gone at this point. And this is why I'm creating my own sanctuary in Belize. Because once I get up off, and I'll still be, attached to a lot of things that's going on and get a lot of news, but I won't be right on top of this stuff. I mean, every time, it doesn't matter, you cut on a TV network, it's just everywhere. You know what I mean? And I won't have to worry about the getting pulled over by the police in Belize, because of my skin color. That just won't happen. That happened to me last summer. And that was very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's people are going to hate you for whatever reason. Doesn't matter what color you are. If you're one particular race, you may get a little bit more hate. But the fact of the matter is, you still have to deal with the hate in your own community. Your own people hate you. Not your own people, but people from the community, people that look like you hate you. It's just not white people. It's just not. And, it's 300 and something million people on this planet. I'm sorry, in the United States. It's 300 and something million people in this United States. Most of them are white. And most of them are in poverty as well, right? Most white people live in poverty. We get the bad end of the stick as far as African American community. For whatever reasons, I don't know why. I just don't know why we catch the hell. But they catch it too. They get on welfare just like we are. Once we start to realize that our wealth is truly in our health, in our bodies, in our mind state, then I think a lot of us will raise up. And when we stop treating each other like enemies, a lot of us will raise up. A lot of us will raise up. And the first rule of nature is self-preservation. So when you want to see a black person that want to see his people win, there's nothing wrong with that. When you want to see a white person that want to see their people win, there's nothing wrong with that. When you see Asians, Mexicans, whoever that want to see their people win in first, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because the first rule of nature is self-preservation. And you could say self as a human race, or most people just say self and they want to split it up and say into a color race. This planet is crazy. That's why I'm about energy. I'm about energy, and people that resonate with me want to see me do well. I want to see them do well. And, we vibrating on the same frequency. It has nothing to do with your color of your skin at all. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different upbringings and ways of being indoctrinated and educated and parented and all kinds of different things. So we're not all going to be the same. That's what makes this place a beautiful planet. Everybody's different. Because if everybody was the same, it'll be boring. If every day you wake up the same, it's going to be boring. So if everybody was the same, there wouldn't be any fun in this whole life. So we have to embrace the individualities of everybody. We have to embrace the differences in each of us. And we have to learn how to get along. And if we're not going to learn how to get along, then you have to go and get your tribe and your group that you resonate with and that you can vibe with. And y'all just live your life how you guys live your life. There's always going to be somebody that's hating. And the media doesn't do they don't help, because everything you see on the media is negativity. The black cop or the white cop killed the black kid. The Mexican guy killed the black kid with the hoodie. The guy was in the car doing nothing. And it's always a portrayal of something. Not to say that those things don't happen, because they do. But we have, as a people, need to learn how to navigate. We have to learn how to navigate. If we want to, it's so much. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. And the first thing as black people we need to start doing is taking care of our bodies. We need to start taking care of our bodies and our mind. We have to stop eating that chicken, steak, beef, dairy, processed foods, sugar. Treat your life like it matters. Put living foods in your body. Lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, avocados, plums, peaches, pears, mangoes. Put living foods in your bodies that are going to hydrate you. Stop putting toxic chemicals in our body. We're already being bombarded with a bunch of toxic chemicals every day when we walk out the door, before we even walk out the door. But when we walk out the door, you got chemicals everywhere from the exhaust pipes. The air is fucked up. The chemtrails. People looking at you all crazy because of whatever the news is spreading. You don't even know you don't even know who these people are. We have to start taking care of ourselves. And that goes for not just black people, everybody. But black people, we have a higher rate of all types of diseases on this planet. Diabetes, strokes, heart attacks, high blood pressure. We are at the top when it comes to all of these so-called diseases because why? Our bodies just can't handle a lot of that stuff. We can't. And that's another video I'm going to do, going into the health. But our bodies can't handle a lot of the stuff that other races can. For whatever, we just can't do it. We can't handle a lot of the sodium that other races may be able to. Our blood pressure skyrockets. We can't handle a lot of the meat and whatever comes with that in the meat. Our bodies just are built differently. It's just like cars and vehicles. Certain things that you may put into a Mercedes Benz that you can, or let's back up. Certain things that you may put into a Toyota Corolla that you can't put into a Mercedes Benz. You may be able to put regular gas into a Toyota Corolla. You can't put that shit into a Benz. Other races may be able to eat beef, chicken, and pork all the time. Once you put that shit in our bodies, it's going to neglect it. It's going to reject it. So there's certain things that we can't do. We have to get more sunlight than other races. It takes us a longer time for vitamin D to penetrate our skin because our skin protects us from the sun. So it takes us more time in Mother Nature, in the sun, to get the very thing that may kill someone else and cause them a bunch of skin cancer. We're just different when it comes to biological structure. So we can't do everything everybody else does when it comes to things like that. And that's just the reality. But on a major level, we're not too much different than everybody else out here, man. It's just, it is what it is. I'm not trying to be nobody that hate people. I understand hate is in the world. It's just out there. But I'm trying to move to a better space to where, not to where it's kumbaya, everybody get along, but to where I'm just in a space to where I don't even want to deal with the hate. Yeah, I see it, but I don't have to live it. And that's where I'm at with it today. It's Tuesday. Just got me a flight out of this cold climate. I'll be leaving Thursday. Another airplane crash up in Toronto. That wasn't pleasant to see. But essentially, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about that Tom Hanks video. Eddie Murphy was pretty funny. Even though I only saw just a small part of it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this, just the video in general. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and everybody have a good day. Peace.